How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the Signature Series Jimmie Foxx and Signature Series Johnny Bench debut. I'm going to be playing some viewer games over on the live stream, some highlights from that. Here we have Jimmie Foxx in his very first at bat. I sold Chipper Jones after making World Series. I sold Albert Pujols. I wanted to pick up an exclusive 12-0 Battle Royale reward. And there he is. The first at bat, he lines out to left field. Definitely squared that one up pretty good. Maybe got it off the end of the bat just a little bit, but that was his first at bat. I put him in the 2 spot of the lineup. So for this video, I'll have Ted Williams in the leadoff spot, Jimmie Foxx in the 2 spot, Babe Ruth, Willie Mays. Then I'm also using Johnny Bench a little bit later on in the lineup. I think I had him in the 5 spot or the 6 spot after Lou Gehrig. The reason why I wanted to pick up Johnny Bench was simply because he's a 99 all-around good catcher. I have my creative player at catcher as well, but I wanted to kind of mix it up. I tried Piazza out there. He could not really throw anyone out trying to steal, but he definitely has a good bat. I wanted to try out Johnny Bench also because he has a pretty good right-handed swing. There are a select few guys that I am able to hit with right-handed. I think Jimmie Foxx has a pretty good right-handed swing, very similar to Rogers Hornsby. I feel like he does have a quick swing as well. Johnny Bench has a little bit more of a longer swing, one-handed from the right side, which I know I'm going to struggle with, but I've wanted to at least try him. Here with this at-bat, I had a 2-0 count. I popped up with Jimmie Foxx, just jammed myself and swung at a bad pitch. If I'm going to swing at that, I have to be waiting for it and sit on it, looking for that pitch up and inside and turn on it. That's the best way to hit that pitch, and I messed that last at-bat up with Jimmy. But Johnny Bench is throwing somebody out at third base. Sometimes my creative player, even though he has 99 arm strength, 99 accuracy, he will just launch that thing up too high where they can't throw him out. It's like way up there. The guy has to reach for it, and it didn't really happen too often when I was doing a catcher's tutorial video, but for whatever reason, it seems to happen more often. So I wanted to try Johnny Bench out. He has been good behind the plate. I know that his blocking is good from facing him, but here we got kind of rewarded with a weird hit, a late base hit the other way. His left fielder missed that ball. I don't really know what happened. Jimmie Foxx's next at-bat lines out once again, so almost a home run. I was surprised that one didn't get out. But 0 for 3 so far in this very first game. I got myself out in one of the at-bats, but the other 2 at-bats, good squared up contact and just lined out to left field. I'll take it for sure, though. Not bad, especially from a right-handed hitter, as I mentioned just a little bit ago. I definitely struggle with those guys, so you have to keep in mind, I know that I'm going to perform better with lefties, so picking up any type of right-handed hitter for a debut video is going to be tough. I generally start off pretty slow with those guys, even with Willie Mays, one of the best players, or if not the best all-around player in the game, as Babe Ruth throws somebody out. I think Babe Ruth's the best, simply because I perform better with him than anyone else that I've used. He's just a good player for me. Here I'm swinging late once again. So far, lineouts or jam shots with Jimmie Foxx. I've gotten myself out a couple times there. But Babe Ruth, I mean, this is my best card. I missed this one. Didn't get the PCI all the way up there, but his average, his slugging percentage just keeps going up. More home runs are being hit with that Babe Ruth. He's really been on a tear for me so far in ranked seasons. I mean, that card is amazing. Here, Willie Mays, following batter, is going deep as well, but that one doesn't have enough on it. Not enough power against righties there to send that one out. 106 power, I believe, and that's why I think Babe Ruth is a little bit better offensively. He has a little bit better of a swing, as well as 125 stats across the board, but I give up a home run to Willie Mays all the time. Here he is right here, probably about to go deep. We were up 1-0. We got Madison Bumgarner in on the mound. Everything about this game I feel like is personal preference. Some people don't like this dude. Some people really enjoy using Mad Bum because he has good pitches. He's got a lot of break on this cutter. He does have some good repertoire as well as he can hit. So that's why I like using him. I know some people are with me. I know some people are completely against me on that thing, and it's all personal preference. So I know some people wanted me to try out Jimmie Foxx as well as try out a couple other guys. Johnny Bench was kind of released a little bit ago. There are going to be some new moments and some new programs released today, and they probably already will be live as I'm making this video. But basically, we'll be able to earn more program stars for the 10th inning bosses, as well as complete more career tribute moments. I don't think that there's necessarily a Signature Series reward for those tribute moments, but anyway, I wanted to kind of focus on trying out some cards from earlier programs. Here, Honus Wagner is pulling a home run. I wanted to try out a couple different bosses from earlier that I didn't necessarily get to try out. That's why I'm using Johnny Bench. I wanted to get this Jimmie Foxx because I know I haven't really entered BR too many times. I'm looking for my first base hit with them. I've gone over. Few lineouts, that's going to be the third lineout, but at least we went the other way with it, hit it pretty well with some good power. We also have wind in these friendly games. Not sure what the wind was like in any of these games. Didn't really check it, but Babe Ruth is the MVP of the team. He's always going to be the MVP, and that's why he's going to be in the leadoff spot or the 3 spot for the remainder of the season. I'll never take Babe Ruth out. He's been great for me in left field, great for me in right field. I wanted to try and stack my lineup with as many power hitters as I could. I think Frank Thomas probably should have hit this one out. I think that the opponent got robbed on a couple of his hits in this game. We ended up getting the win there, but it's not really about who wins or loses. It's more about just practicing. That's what these viewer games are all about, as well as it's really good practice to prepare yourself for the World Series. There, Jimmie Foxx once again popped up to the second baseman. I just seems like I'm able to square it up and hit the ball well. Just haven't gotten anything to fall in, or I'm jamming myself. That's kind of what it's been. It's been a 50-50 and just haven't gotten the hits to fall in, but at least we're getting a lot of at-bats playing viewer games. I'm at least getting to try the card out for quite a bit of times rather than just playing a game of ranked seasons. Getting a couple at-bats, I would have been over at this point with Jimmie Foxx, but hopefully we can continue on, try and get a couple hits with them. Here we got Johnny Bench up after going deep with Lou Gehrig, and I popped that one up as well. Just always jamming myself with right-handed hitters in general. Even guys like Honus, Rogers Hornsby, guys I've used for quite some time. Willie Mays, like I mentioned earlier. Just guys like that. I tend to just get the timing a little bit off. I'm not as good at pulling the ball with right-handed hitters as I am with lefties. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's a visual thing because I'm left-handed or I always played baseball left-handed. I have no idea. But Babe Ruth lined out once again, squared it up, but that's what's going to happen. Did not necessarily pull the ball. We're also going up against Bowers in this situation. He's a good player. He is a great competitor in this game, and he has beat me a couple times. We've had some really good games, some back-and-forth games. I know that he's going to try and be aggressive in this situation. Thought that he might try and steal there. I went with the fastball inside, but he is going to try and go first to third on Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth threw him out, and Babe Ruth is throwing everybody out, honestly. Threw some people out in rank, threw some people out in this video, and Bowers had to go ahead and get to a physical therapy appointment, so we had to friendly quit out of that one, but he definitely had a chance to win it there, and probably would have won it. I like playing as the away team in these games. Sometimes I also send the invite, so I'm the home team. But in this one, we're down a run. We gave up a solo shot to Griffey. This guy's also a really good player. We're just always going up against good players in viewer games. Everybody, it seems like, has a good record. Everybody has competitive games. And even people that might not necessarily make it to World Series consistently are still able to compete and still able to compete in these 3-inning games. I mean, sometimes they're able to win. Sometimes we have a close game down to the wire. But for the most part, I feel like anyone can win these 3-inning games. Right here, Frank Thomas goes deep. This opponent has outplayed me in this viewer game so far up until this point. I mean, 4-0. Anybody can win. That's what I'm saying. You get on a good streak. You get hot. You get going at the plate. You get into a rhythm. You can score 4 or 5 runs, especially against my pitching, and completely just throw me out of my game. You know, I might swing at some bad pitches. I might get myself out. Really, anyone can win in these games. I really do believe that, especially playing these shortened 3-inning games. But I also think it's great to go ahead and practice this. Here, Jimmie Foxx is driving in some runs with the double down the line. Didn't quite get to second, didn't advance him. I was more focused on trying to get Ted Williams to third base there, but I think I might have been able to get to second with that 71 speed. However, we have the game-winning run at the plate. We have the game-tying run on the bases, and we could not capitalize there. Now we have Johnny Bench up down to the last out, and he lines out, grounder, one hopper to the second baseman, and that's going to be it for that one. So didn't really get anything going with either of these guys so far. I lined out quite a bit with Jimmie Foxx. He seemed to be the better hitter for me, which I expected because he has the shorter swing, the two-handed swing, which helps me with right-handed hitters. Even right here with Willie Mays, I'm late on this one. We're going up against Gavin, and he is a player who hasn't really played too many games of ranked seasons and hasn't really climbed the ladder or the leaderboards too much. So we're playing this game on All-Star, and that's perfectly fine too. If you guys wanted to drop the difficulty down or even raise it up to legend, it's all good. This is always just for fun. It's all about practice. We have a 3-run lead here with Johnny Bench, and I thought that one was gone. I was indeed under it, but you never know what you're going to get on All-Star difficulty. I thought that one was going to be crushed to left field. It was good, okay, and it still went to the wall. But he does have Alan Trammell in the leadoff spot. He's very good, and he goes the other way with a double. So just as I scored a couple runs, he's trying to respond himself. I know that Gavin's a good player. If he gets something going right here, he could very well tie the ball game up. He has Tony Gwynn up in the first inning. I mean, he just needs to string together a couple hits. He's right back in this game. So we're going to try to avoid that here with Madison Bumgarner. But at the same time, he's very hittable. I mean, I threw that pitch right over the plate. He just barely missed it and could have sent it out for a home run. Tony Gwynn is really good. Some of the contact hitters seem to play a little bit better on All-Star rather than they would on Hall of Fame or Legend, I would say. But here with Jimmie Foxx starting to get something going with them. Had a base hit earlier. There's a nice double, and that one's into the gap the other way. So that one kind of was like a sigh of relief in that situation. Finally got a nice hit with them and paid off. It is a little bit late in this video, but at the same time, I felt like I hit the ball pretty well at some points with him, but I just didn't get rewarded. Here, Gavin goes deep. He ties the game up down to his last couple outs, and here in the fourth inning, in the one extra inning that we will play if the game is tied, he hits a walk-off homer. So he does beat me the first time we've ever played. I thought that was pretty cool. He was pretty excited about that, so I appreciate everybody tuning into the live stream. We'll be back with more viewer games a little bit later tonight. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.